Hey, everybody. I'm changing my glasses because I was wearing the wrong glasses. Um, I'm a little discombobulated this morning, so I apologize. But looks like Tuesdays right now are my day that I feel like I can go live. This is going to be really, really short. I just wanted to hop on here and just kind of share a little bit about how I'm feeling on April 7th. We are 3 series in, right? So we've had our opening series with Cleveland, which we split 2-2. We lost the Yankees 2-1, and we lost to the Angels 2-1, and we are down 1 game already in the Texas series. So, how y'all feeling? um, it's sometimes hard to be a Mariners fan. And this is part of the reason I wanted to do this, right? Is that um it is hard to be a Mariners fan. And I think so many of us came into this thinking that maybe this season we weren't going to have to go through this at the beginning. Um I kind of figured we would. And we're kind of, I think, at the same place we were last season, as far as our record. And it means doesn't mean a whole heck of a lot right now, but it's not fun. It's not fun to watch it, right? And um, so, I have my moments of it's not despair. I'm not despairing in any way. But disappointment, right? Cal, his first home run, that feels like something. Julio has been hitting. Josh, I'm worried about, but I feel very confident that Josh Naylor is a baseball player and he is going to figure this out and he's working his way through it. So, um, what other things? Brenda Donovan went out and came back, so that's good. And Cal got hit really hard yesterday in a place that no guy really wants to get hit, and Cal's just a badass. That's all there is to it. And the thing I spend a lot of time thinking about, right, is what are the players feeling right now, right? So, yeah, as fans, we're disappointed. Um, and what are the players feeling, right? Like, this is their job. They all want to perform. Every single one of those guys wants to do his absolute best. I don't know if you saw the game yesterday, but Luke Raley got caught stealing second. And he was so upset. You could just see it on his face. Like, nobody wants this. Um, and this is a hard game. This is the part where I get so worked up where people are like, I don't like baseball. Baseball is really boring. I don't get it. It's just not, I think it feels like it's not a fast sport, right? Because it's not football with a time constraint. A game can go forever. I mean, we have some time constraints, you got a pitch clock and that kind of stuff. But um, it's such a complex game. I mean, let's talk about Joe Adell, right? The Angels game where he literally robbed 3 home runs from the Mariners. And by the time the third one happened, when he fell into the stands, it was like, all right, good on you, Joe Odell. I mean, good on you. So this is and they're saying that that's never happened before. This is the thing about baseball is that history gets broken often in weird ways. And so, and sometimes it feels like it's often against the Mariners, although we had Cal last year, right? So, um, yeah, I just keep thinking, what are these guys thinking, right? Like when they go home at night, when they go home to their wives and their babies, or they're going home, they're single and they're just, going home and doing whatever they're doing in the evening, right? Like what's going on for all of them? And I know they have a mental health coach on the team, and that makes me very happy. And I am sure that person is working hard with these guys. Um, because this is where it starts to get into that mental headspace, right? Of like, what's wrong? Why can't I do this? Why am I not doing this right? All those things. So I'm very happy that I know that they have mental health support on the team. And, you know, that's where I go. And then you start seeing like all of the comments, right, that are already happening. Um, about how they have to switch the lineup and, Cole Young should be batting higher because he's the only one hitting. And it's just not how baseball works. And, um, you know, Emerson Hancock, my heart for Emerson Hancock right now because he's doing so well. And yet when Bryce comes back, I don't know where Emerson goes. And I mean, he's still on the team, but is he on is he up at the big leagues or is it triple A? Um, and what that's got to be like for Emerson, right? And I think everything I've heard about Emerson Hancock is that he's an incredible guy. And so my sense is he just wants to do whatever's best for the team. And yet he's a human being and, he wants to be throwing in the big leagues, I'm sure. And he's doing such a great job. And it's one of those things where there's not a spot to earn really because they're probably not going to switch out any of the 5 starters once Bryce is back. Yeah, this is a hard sport. It's a complex sport. And this is why I'm doing this because it's helping me right now, where it's just me. It's helping me process my own feelings about it. Right. And so maybe if you're watching this as a recording, it can help you kind of process some of your feelings. And I think that's what some of us, I mean, I think that's what everybody needs to be doing, but not everybody's going to do it. Instead of going on some social media platform and complaining about the team or a person or saying nasty things about a player, maybe we have, a moment to process our own emotions and go, okay, what am I feeling? Right? Like this is a sport, this is entertainment. There are honestly very significantly bigger things going on in the world right now. And baseball gives me a break from all of that. And so even if they're losing, I'm so grateful for baseball. And yeah, it just makes me sad to already be seeing, nasty things being said about the team in general, but players individually. These are human beings, and I'm just going to keep repeating that over and over and over again. So I'm not telling anybody how you should be feeling. I'm never going to do that, right? You get to feel how you're going to feel. What I would like everybody to do is also remember that these are all human beings. And, I feel sad and disappointed right now, and that's okay. And I also think probably a lot of these players are feeling sad and disappointed and probably a lot more things than I'm feeling because this is their job. And that's the part I would like everybody to remember is that they're not just going home every night and like, "Meh," no big deal. Haven't had a hit yet, whatever. That I don't think that's real. And so if we can just remember that how many of us could be doing what they're doing, right? That's the other thing is people online saying the things they're saying. But yet, you know, are you doing the same thing, right? Are you able to get out there and stand in front of major league pitchers and try to hit every single day in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people who are judging you? So the first week's been a lot, and that's okay because that's part of the process here, right? And um, you don't grow often in the best of times. You grow in the complicated and difficult times. So that's why I think Mariners fans are fascinating because we've had a lot of opportunity for growth. um, so yeah, that's where I'm at today. It's Tuesday, April 7th. So tonight is game 2 of the Texas series. And then they play again tomorrow. And then Thursday they're off. And Friday they come home. So Friday they come home for Houston, who is still in first place somehow. I don't understand it. So the last I checked, the Mariners were in 4th. I think I checked before the game last night. So that could be different. We could be Tied for, in fact, I'm going to look right now. Hang on. I'm just going to look for AL West standings. Danny, why can't I find it really easy? That's weird. Usually I can find it right at the top. Let's see if this will help me here. All right. AL West. We are still one game ahead of the Athletics. So, oh, but look at that. The Angels are in first, you guys. That's amazing because everybody was saying, that the Angels were going to, suck. They just suck and they're not going to do much. And they're in first place right now. They are tied with the Astros, but they beat the Astros. So they are ahead of them in the standings. So it's LA, Houston, the Rangers, us, and the Athletics. And the Athletics were supposed to be a little bit better this year. So, and who knows? Oh, the Athletics are playing the Yankees right now. So, the Angels are playing Atlanta. Houston's playing Colorado. Okay. So, yeah, we win a game and we're going to be tied with Texas. So, baseball is fun. Go Angels. I love an underdog story. So anyway, that's where we're at. I am going to be out of town this weekend, so I'm not actually going to see most of the games. I'm going to be out of cell service. And so it's, yeah, I'm not going to probably see most of the games this weekend, but I'll check in on the scores and all that kind of stuff. And then I'll try to hop back on next Tuesday. And like I said, if this starts developing and people are here and people are like, Tuesdays don't work for me, well, then I'll figure out another day. But right now it's just me talking to myself, and then you're seeing this as a recording. So, and if I do that all year, then this is just my verbal journal about the 2026 Mariners season, and I'll take that. So, I've decided that that's how I feel about it. And if somebody sees it as a recording and it means something to you, then great. It is the 50th season. It's still a really profound season. It's Rick Rizz's last season. I think it's worth keeping kind of a journal about how this season goes and be able to go back and watch some of these videos from today, in September, and see where we're at, because this is the fun of a baseball season. So, all right, everybody, I hope that you are having the best available week 2 of April. And yeah, I will hop back on here next Tuesday, I guess. And we'll just keep doing this. And we'll keep having feelings, and we'll keep remembering that all of these players are human beings and are also having feelings. So onward and upward, hopefully. Either way, we'll get through it. So, all right, everybody, I will talk to you later. Happy April. Go Mariners.